There we go. It's in the afternoon. Oh boy. What's going on, people? I'm just kind of hanging out here, just taking it easy. Ooh. Yeah. I forget to set it to ultra low latency. Oh well. Oh well. Uh-oh. There's Mr. FNH. If you guys want to jump in, just let me know and I'll give you a link, all right? I'm not doing anything other than just kind of hanging out right now. It's too hot to mow the lawn. Seriously, it's really hot outside right now. And if you're asking, well, Night Strike, how hot is it outside? It is 90 freaking degrees outside here in South Carolina. It is so hot that I don't want to be outside because on top of it being hot, I have humidity out there. It is unbearable out there right now. I don't want to be out there. So hey guys, how you guys doing? What's going on with you guys? How you guys doing on the Sunday afternoon? We got Mr. FNH out there. We got the Roland Trip. We got Buck, Gun Loving Grandpa Stanley. We got Trauma Jock out there. AK Lover is there. Ozzy's out there. What's going on, guys? Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, humidity is horrible in Georgia. I've been in Georgia. I lived in Atlanta. I know humidity is bad in Georgia. But humidity is worse in South Carolina because you have... Because I'm 40 miles inland from the coast, but it's worse on the coast for some reason. I don't know why. And shut up, Matt. Matt, get your ass. If you're going to complain, Matt, you can jump in here. 90 degrees? No. Okay. I like 90 degrees out in Arizona, but 90 degrees in South Carolina? Nope. Don't want none of that. None of that. So. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. Yep. Mr. FNH, I'm not E Honda. That's E Honda's thing. Gat. Sorry about your balls, bro. That's E Honda's thing. What is it? Sorry about your balls Productions. So. Yeah. Arizona dry heat is better than California dry heat. You're literally, Matt, you're literally like 5 feet from the border. Shush. You are literally 5 feet from the border. Actually, here, let me do this. I don't know if you're on Discord, Matt. Check your Discord messages. If not, I can send you an email. But I wanted to talk to a couple people that do YouTube. I needed some recommendations, so jump on in here. I can email you. But right now, the road trip. Here, it's crowbar your nuts off the side of your leg hot. Yeah, it's pretty brutal today. I'll I'm not saying global warming is a thing, but it is pretty damn hot out today. Saying. So, what else is going on, guys? I don't think I have Carolina EDC's email. No, don't. Yeah, I mean, I've got a Discord. If you want to get a hold of me on Discord, if you want to get a hold of me faster than I would say just email, post me a message on Discord, and I'll probably answer within, I can't promise within the same hour, but I can, promise within like 4 hours. Yep. GunTube Chambers working on Sunday. Figure that one out. But if anyone wants to jump in, just shoot me an email, MikeStrike1@gmail.com, and I'll send you a link. But I started this up because I need a few of you out there that do reviews and do video. I need some recommendations on some camcorders because I'm looking at doing some recording, for not only for the YouTube channel, but I'm also looking at doing some recording for like functions and events. And I'd like to be able to record more than I'd like to be at least able to record like 4 hours at least. If I have to switch a battery out and switch a memory card out, that's fine. But I'm looking at camcorders for that, so I can also use that with YouTube because, I've looked at getting a GoPro. A GoPro is nice if you want to record like an hour or two, but when it comes to recording events and stuff, like if you want something between 2 and 4 hours or 4 or 5 hours, you need a camcorder. You don't need a GoPro won't do like 4 or 5 hours. It'll overheat. So that's what I'm looking at. If anybody has any recommendations on what they use for their YouTube channels and their reviews, let me know because I need to buy a new camcorder. I mean, mine doesn't need to do 4K. I don't even do, most of my videos are in 1080p, so I just need to do 1080. So, I mean, I'm not doing ultra high definition. If I was doing ultra high definition, I'd be spending thousands of dollars. I'm not spending thousands of dollars on a camcorder. Sorry. I don't have that kind of liquidity. So. Yeah, I mean, I've looked at some camcorders. I know Clover would be able to say, but for the longest time, I've just been using cell phones. I mean, I've got a Galaxy S5 I've been using dedicated as my recorder. So, anyways. I'm pretty sure Matt's angry that I quarked and, Matt, you're supposed to do your Sunday afternoon chat, aren't you? I don't know if you've done it yet. No, you do yours in the evening, don't you? Before Yankee does his Sunday chats, right? Yeah, I saw the action cam, but action cam is it's basically Sony's response to the GoPro. So it's really like, at most you can record about 2 hours. I'm looking at something that can record at least 4 or 5. If I have to buy extra batteries, that's fine. And extra cards and whatnot. But it's just when it comes to the GoPro. I looked at getting GoPros. GoPros are great, but they're not great for long periods of time recording. Because, not for events. Oh, boob sweats out there. Watch out. So, yep. So, yeah, well, it's a Sunday afternoon. I wouldn't be surprised if Matt was drinking already. He starts early on Sundays. Well, also, Monday's Memorial Day, so kick back if you want. I know I'm not doing anything on Monday. So, let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go nuts here, and normally I don't post the link out, but no, he's not in here. He's not in here right now. I'm gonna post the link out. Go ahead and jump in if you want to jump in. I don't care. It's a Sunday afternoon. Doesn't matter. Just be aware if you're jumping in on a phone. Yeah. Remember, I reserve the right to kick your ass out of this chat if you get unruly. So, there you go. NY Outcast is out there. Oh, no, it's NY Outcast. Run for your lives. Oh, Matt had to work today, so he's not drinking. He's literally going crazy from working. Oh, that's awful. That's especially awful after the night, Never Enough Ammo had with E Honda and Roland, otherwise known as P226 Nut. Yeah, or Klein Knives. One of the two. There's Rolus Carvelis. How's it going, buddy? AAX, isn't that the Jacksonville International Airport? Oh. Uh-oh. NYCast says he's got to let his phone charge for a little bit. Uh-oh, watch out. Well, yeah, of course it's her fault, Matt. Remember, we saw the rap video. That guy knows firsthand. And if you want to jump in, go ahead and jump in. It's one of those days. I don't care. It's just fucking hot out. Oh. Yeah. We all are. Tonight, right now, it's just screwing around. Matt's hoping he can get home in time for trigger time today. Good luck on that one. Hey, Foss. Jump in here. There's a link, Foss. Jump in here. I have a question I have to ask you. So, G32, G23. Oh, I've actually got some gun news for you guys. I don't know if you guys, those of you that are affiliates, might have heard this, but I got an email yesterday from Palmetto State Armory saying that that on May 27th, which is Wednesday, May 27th, between the hours of 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., the website is going to be down for 2 to 3 hours because Palmetto State Armory is upgrading their website. They're going to be unveiling a new website on Wednesday, and I don't know if that means that they might start selling the daggers, or if it's just a precursor for them to ramp up, more support and interest in some of their personal firearms. But either way, PSA is upgrading their website between the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. on Wednesday, May 27th. So, keep a lookout for that because they're redesigning. I guess they're redesigning and relaunching their website. So check that out. Because I got an email from one of their affiliates. So there's your daily dose of PSA news. No, I gotta make sure Ellis has a job. I gotta watch out for family. So, yep, I am exactly the same, Mr. FNH. It's just wrong. Well, no, it's not. It is and it isn't. PSA isn't a bad company. They've got good products. They're not bad. All right, who is this? Is this Foss?
Yeah, this is me.
All right, set up your name and everything so people know who you are. Make sure you have your camera off unless you want that on. So. There you go. And you don't have to have the video on it anymore. You're here. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
Foss, let me ask you a question, okay? I know you do videos and you kind of do produce videos. What kind of camera equipment do you have for your videos? What do you use?
I just have a Canon something or other.
Is it one of the Vixias?
No, it's just a Canon Rebel.
Canon Rebel?
Yeah. D7, something like that. I forget now.
D7?
But it's just a picture camera.
Yeah. It's a DLSR.
Yeah.
Or DSLR. DSLR. That's what it is. I don't know why I said DL. Those letters get me all mixed up. I don't know why they do that. So.
Yeah, I probably would have went with more like a Vixio if I bought the camera just before I started making videos, not knowing I was going to start making videos.
Yeah. Well, thing is, I'm going to be attending another 2A event, and I want to be able to record it. But the issue is, it's going to be several days long. I'm probably going to bring my laptop so I can record it, on the laptop as well. What I'm going to use it as, I'm pretty much going to use the camera as a webcam more or less to record everything. Because a camcorder is going to be able to record better even if you're piping it into your laptop, then a webcam or a cell phone will be. Okay?
Yeah.
And I just want to be able to record better, better video and audio. And I want to be able to record in 1080. So I was thinking of getting one of those Canon Vixia R800s. But
Yeah.
yeah. Someone needs to call call animal control. Apparently, we have an animal on the loose in the chat. We need to have them come down and pick Black Cat Outdoors up and make sure he's got all his shots before he runs loose again.
Where's the conference at that you're going to?
It's in Orlando. So, just a few weeks ago, they announced that they're going to do the gun rights policy conference again.
Oh, okay.
They didn't cancel it this year. They're having it in September. So I figured I might go again. I'm not flying this time, and two, I'm taking the train because it's cheaper than flying. Because I
How
get
long's
around.
the trip?
I think it's like 4 or 5 hours.
That's not bad.
On a train. I mean, it's $100 round trip from Charleston to Orlando. So I hate to say it, but that's cheaper than you can get even with the airplane.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, you got to wait longer. You got the waiting time to go back and forth, but at the same time, hey, even if you take a train, you can still walk around on the train. Like you can go to the observation deck. You can go and if you want to get something to eat, you can get something to eat and hang out there. You do have a few options. You don't have to be stuck in your seat the whole damn time. So that's what I was looking at doing.
That'd probably work out well. I mean, I don't.
And here's the thing: what people don't normally tell you, Amtrak does allow you to bring your firearms with you. You just got to check them like you do TSA.
Yeah, it's not something I had never considered.
No. Well, the train system in our country is underused. I'm going to tell you that right now, and it primarily stems from the fact that in the 80s and 90s there were a couple big Amtrak crashes. Everyone remembers those, right? You had one big one in the mid 90s. You had one big one, in the 80s, and a lot of people don't think about that as transportation because, well, our train systems are. I hate to say this, but they're about 100 years behind Europe, at least.
Well, you got to also remember that both Europe and Japan got the crap bombed out of them. So they started from scratch after World War II, and all that infrastructure was rebuilt, and that didn't happen to us.
Right. Our train systems, while our trains have gotten better, okay, the trains and the cars have gotten better, but the problem is that we don't have fast trains. We don't have bullet trains like they have in Japan, like they have in China. China has just as fast, if not faster, trains than Japan does, believe it or not. And, well, they kind of have to, considering the population size they got. But it's just you normally don't think of that as a method of transportation just because, well, unfortunately, it's harder to get from one end of the coast to the other these days on a train.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I'm looking at getting a camcorder so I can record GRPC.
Yeah, I still want to upgrade to one because I think that'll make my videos look a little better. But just that initial cost is what I've been holding off.
Well, if I get the R800, all I have to do is just get an HDMI USB adapter for my laptop and just hook in it that way, and I'd be fine. And I can use it as a webcam and just record it via, OBS Studio.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's
that'll
what
work.
I thought about doing that, but I don't know, maybe someday.
I mean, that's one of the ways I'm going to have to do it. I mean,
yeah, because
go ahead.
the setup I have is kind of a little bit clunky because I've got the camera and I use a lavalier mic for audio, and so I have to go in and then sync those and then then edit all the video and stuff.
Well, are you using a wireless lavalier or are you using a wired?
It's wired. I just got a cheap little digital recorder. And it gives me good enough sound. It's not, good enough people are going to pay for it good, but for now it gets across, the point I'm trying to make in my videos.
Right. So, but I'm looking at doing that because I'd like to be able to get, longer record time. So that means if I go to other events, other than this, I can record the whole thing, or at least I can record at least half of it.
Yeah, that's definitely a downside with using the cameras that I use, is because I've got another Canon with a really good zoom that I'll use for some stuff, but they shut off after half an hour, 40 minutes automatically.
Because they overheat and the battery runs out.
I don't know. They're just with the DSLRs. That's the way. From what I've read, that's all of them do that. That's the way they're made. And if I'm doing something that takes a long time and I don't remember that's going to happen, I have to stop every so often and then stop the video and then restart it. Then I lose. I've had that before where I've lost something because I forgot. I got into what I'm doing and I forgot that the camera would shut off.
Yeah. Because what I've been doing for the longest time is I've just been using the Galaxy S5 to record all the videos and whatnot. And I've also been using my Galaxy Note 4, my cell phone. That's my current cell phone. And I've been recording video off of that too. Just, situational instead of using a GoPro or something.
That's what I still use. I have a S7 and I still use that for some of the range video. I've got a magnetic mount. I'll stick it to the side of the stall, and so I can get shots of the pistol when I'm firing.
Right. So.
And it's got the picture looks good as long as you're up close to it. Doesn't look quite as good when you're far away, but you can still do quite a bit with just your phone.
Yeah. And my only problem with GoPros is if you get a GoPro, your recording time at maximum is going to be about 2 hours, period. With full battery and, if you've got a big enough, memory card, your recording time is 2 hours. 2 hours is nice, but it's not enough.
Yeah, I got my son one of the knockoff GoPros, and I've thought about stealing that and seeing how that looks. I'm just not sure of it because they've got kind of a fisheye effect to the lenses.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Well, what you'd have to do is you'd have to get the lens adapter for the GoPro, and what you'd have to do is you'd have to use a wide-angle lens. And a wide-angle lens will give you, the full, a full view. So.
Yeah, I just bought a wide-angle lens for my camera. Just working on a video today about the lawnmower that I bought. So
Oh, what
trying
you
it out,
get?
seeing how it looks. Just the Ryobi cordless electric, the 20-inch. I've got a
Push.
real small yard.
Yep. Yeah. I've got a real large yard, and well, I got my old Craftsman lawn tractor. The 42 inch with the 42-inch deck back from the repairman. Unfortunately, the transmission went out on my zero turn 60-inch lawnmower, so I had to take that down to get repaired. Luckily, it's still under warranty, so I'm crossing my fingers that it's a simple fix, and I can pick it up next week. But if not, you know what happens. I have to wait for it, so I have to use the 42-inch, and it really sucks. If you've ever had a 60-inch deck and you have to downsize to a 42, you're looking at between having a 6 feet deck, a 6 foot deck, lawnmower deck, to a 4.
Yeah, that's what
those 2 extra feet actually do help. Just saying.
the 20-inch one I bought because I had a 16-inch one, and I mowed today and did some footage, and it's a noticeable difference, and how much time it cut off doing my little yard.
Yeah. So you heard what I said about PSA, right?
Heard a little bit. I was getting ready to come up. Something about they might be ready to release the dagger, I think you said.
Either that, or they're setting up for their to release some of their guns, because they're basically upgrading their website on Wednesday. So they're upgrading their website on Wednesday. So we'll see what the new website looks. So if you need to get any orders in at PSA, do so before Wednesday. What am I saying? And I mean like before 2 a.m. Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm thinking about building AR pistol, but that won't be probably for another couple months.
I mean, I'm currently building an AR pistol, and I'm just about ready to buy an upper, but I have to get my upper from a different place. Let's see. Let's see if I can bring up the website for that. Because I got a website. Because I want to do something off the wall. I don't want the standard, pistol, 9mm pistol that everybody else buys. I want it to look nice. So, unfortunately, I have to pay more for that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I want like an older woodland camo look to it. The 80s camo, not the new FDE stuff.
Right. Well, what I'm looking at is building, a faux or like a fake Colt Commando.
Hmm.
The 9mm SMG. I've already got some, and I know people are going to say, "But Night Strike, why did you get Pro Mag?" Because they were on sale. Okay, they were on sale. That's why I got them. But I got a couple Pro Mag Colt SMG magazines, and I'm going to use those in the PSA AR-15 lower. I've already got the Magwell conversion from essentially from Pro Mag again because it was on sale. I mean, I'm thinking I might switch to the CAC Magwell converter just because of the factor that it's all steel, or I think it might be aluminum billet instead. But either way, I'm considering getting that instead.
Yeah, I'll probably just stick with the 5.56. Nothing,
But
Nothing too fancy.
But I'm making my own 9mm build because why not? I mean, if you're gonna go completely nuts, you might as well, go balls to the walls.
Yeah,
Like, considering
I'd
this
love
is
to have.
my Mall Ninja AR, I figured why not? Why not go absolutely freaking ridiculous with this? That's why I've got the adjustable pistol grip. I've got the carry handle. I've already got a carry handle for it, and it's the the Delta style carry handle. It's I've also got know the SIG M400 bolt magazine catch on it, so it's ambidextrous. So I've already gone completely crazy with this. So I also have the anti-roll pins on it, from KNC. So yeah, I'm going crazy with this. All for a 9mm. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I don't think there's anything wrong with you. Sometimes it's just nice to be different.
Well, I wanted it to be my my monitor build, and it is. I cannot find this this link I've got. Let's see.
But I'm gonna have to jump out. I gotta go down to the range and do some more footage down there.
All right.
I don't think I answered any of your questions, but hopefully,
Hey, it's
hopefully I
okay.
answered something.
At least you jumped in here, I guess.
But yeah, hopefully you get some good footage. I'd be interested in seeing that.
Yeah, I hope so too.
So, so I'll talk to you later.
All right, later. So if anybody else wants to jump in, I'll give you a link. So, there we go. Yeah, an AK and a AR and 7.62 with 39. While I like the Wyndham weapons that or Wyndham arms that Ellis has, I still don't want an AR and 7.62 by 39. I mean, I like it. His is nice. I would not pay what he paid for it, but he wanted it. So I'm absolutely happy with my AK. So let's see here. Let's go through my bookmarks. Probably in a obscure area. Let's see. That's not it. Let's see. There we go. I was wondering what I'm looking at. Let me screen share. Let's see if that works. Come on. All right, it's all gray. Let's see. See if that works for everyone. Well, take a minute because it's slow. It is slow. There we go. I'm looking at getting the 11-inch one, 11.5-inch. These are pistol uppers, 9mm, the Colt SMG style. Yeah, I know it's got the A3 upper, the A3 style rail and whatnot. So I'll just put a carry handle on there. So that's what I'm looking at getting for my 9mm pistol build. Just getting one of those, getting a bolt carrier group. The only problem is the 11.5-inch upper, just standard without a bolt carrier group, is $365. And I don't know. I think I'm going to shop around just a little bit. And if you're going to ask why I want that one, this one in particular, it's I want at least a 11.5-inch upper or a 10.5-inch upper with the A2 front sight. I want that style front sight, with the bayonet look and whatnot, because it's South Carolina. Why not? But yeah, I can't find one like this in 9mm from anybody else. I've already got the mil. I'm using a mil-spec buffer tube. The 6-position mil-spec buffer tube. I'm getting the CAC Blade 2 that just goes on a standard mil-spec buffer tube, and I've got a carbine spring that I'm throwing in there, and I'm just going to get the 9mm buffer that uses the carbine spring, and then bam. Once I get that, I get the upper, and I get the bolt carrier group. Pistol's done. I'm done with that. It'll be ready. So but that's what I'm looking at. I mean, I'm not getting it right away. It's just in the future. It's what I'm looking at getting. So I have a man's caliber G23. It's called 357 SIG. I have 2 pistols in that caliber. And if you want an even manlier caliber, it's called 45 ACP, or if Jumpy's not around, it's called 10mm. So, I mean, if you see Jumpy around, he is Mister's 10mm. So, anyways, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm doing. But right now, currently, cameras. No, the upper is going to be a Model 1 sales upper, because they're the only people that do 9mm uppers with the A2 front sight. The lower is PSA, so. I've already got 2 pistols and 40 too. And if you're gonna ask, wait, you've got 2 pistols and 40? Yeah. How do you think I swapped? How do you think I got them in 357 SIG? I swapped the barrels out, because that's what SIGs are for. NY Outcast, only one man I know of can do that, and his name is John Wick. because I once saw John kill 3 men at a bar with a pencil. With a frickin' pencil. Who the hell can do that? Yeah, Go Shadow, I bet you could. I bet you could. It might. It might, but I've heard the less tuning is required if you go 10.5 inch or longer. Giggity. Now, so I figured if I go 11.5 inch, it'd probably be fine. Yeah, I know. Tony's here, so watch out. Tony, if you want to jump in here, there you go. Ghost Shadow says, saw a bar cleared out just by immigration showing up in Southern California. That's one way to get a seat. That is definitely one way to get a seat. Oh, yeah. And my outcast says, you're digging deep to D23. He's digging deep. Tony, is that you?
Am I here?
Hey, Tony, do you have any camcorders?
Am I muted?
No,
okay.
You're not muted.
Camcorders. I have a really expensive. I have one of these expensive cameras I never use. One of the can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh wait.
Okay, now I can't hear you because you're muted. So. All right.
What's going on?
Now you're unmuted.
What is going on here?
Click the 3 dots at the bottom right. Go to Settings. Go to Devices and select your camera, select your microphone, and your output. Make sure to turn your camera off.
But can you hear me? That's the important thing.
Well, I don't know. Do you want us to hear you or not? Because we can hear you if you want us to.
What is it with all this? I want to know, what is it with this current fad of pistol caliber carbines?
I don't know, but I figured I'd build an AR in 9mm, and then I wanted to do something completely asinine and crazy, and I'm doing it. It's just, it's taken a while to get the upper.
So I have all these settings. I have all these settings set on my little server, but they don't work on yours. I have to fix it. So anyway,
Wow.
I'll just be a blank. I'll just be a blank slate.
You got to turn your camera off. Your camera's on.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's
AT.
what that is.
At least it says AT now instead of.
It stands for Artisan Tony, so there you go.
So Yeah, the whole pistol caliber carbine thing. What's that all? I mean, what do you need that big old thing for when a Glock 19 will do the same thing?
We've had this conversation before.
I know. I thought you were desperate for I thought you were desperate for conversation, so I was going to bring it up again.
I don't mind conversation, but there's a certain we have a certain level of standards. And those standards do not include Glock.
I've been watching the show for a long time, and I haven't noticed any standards at all. Sorry.
Hey, that's then. This is now okay. I'm drawing a line in the sand here for you. Our standards do not include Glocks.
What?
Nope, no Glocks.
What is wrong with you guys?
Oh no! This is strictly just me.
Oh, I thought you meant the entire culture that you head up.
No, I don't even head a culture.
The not STRYKE culture.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't aware there was a night strike culture.
It's the culture you create whenever you have your shows.
I don't know if I create a culture or not. I just think it's, I just think I'm just the dancing monkey and people just like to look at me, point, and laugh.
Let's see. So Ghost Shadow says pistol caliber carbines aren't as loud when used inside. That's the other thing is I've taken several, and I'm not even going to mention who they are. What it is, maybe some people might already know. Several training courses, right, for inside the home, personal protection inside the home, and neither one of them called for clearing your house. They say take your family, have a predetermined room that you meet in, go to that room with your, obviously you've got your firearm, lock the door, call the police. It doesn't. They never said clear the house tactical style. So every time I hear somebody say something about a pistol caliber carbine, they're saying, "Oh, I need to clear my house." Really? You're going to clear your house? You're going to get shot in the head is what you're going to get.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, here we go. Had 2 Glocks, both broke. Glocks
Great warranty.
Glocks don't break. Glocks don't break. You break.
Yeah. Glocks don't break, just like servers don't. I'm giving that one to you, Tony.
They're not supposed to break.
Glocks don't break.
They're not
supposed to break.
I pay for it to stay up all the time.
But I've helped you make it affordable instead of ridiculously expensive.
That is true. That is true. And nobody knows all the work that you've done to help people with that kind of stuff.
I mean, I try. So, but just
I've never seen. I'm telling you, I've had my Glock 19 for. I've had both my Glocks now for years and years. Bunch of rounds. I'm not even going to quote a number because it's crazy. I took 8 classes and we put 500 rounds through each one of those classes. That was just in like 2 years. Let's see, how many years have I had it? When did I get it? 2012.
Mm-hmm.
So that pistol has thousands of rounds through it. Thousands. It goes to the range no matter what we're doing, like whatever I'm doing with the boys at the range, it goes with us and it gets shot. Both have to shoot it. That's a rule. So it's got a bunch. Let's see. Yeah.
It gets shot. Uh-oh.
What? It gets operated.
Oh, it gets operated.
Operated. It gets used. It gets shot.
Okay.
That's what we say in Tennessee when we shoot guns. It got shot.
Oh.
Didn't pull trigger, then had to find the slide, and it flew past my face. I'm going to say that's a very rare occasion.
Yeah, but it's a very rare occasion. But if you remember in the 1980s, when the Beretta 92 was being tested, or the 92Fs were being tested for, the M9 program, a lot of the slides would break in half after a certain amount of rounds and hit the user in the face. And if you look on Gunbroker hard enough, you can find one of those, USGI M9 slides that has broken in half. Not by a welder, but they had just broken from the stress.
Oh, the 92FS?
Yeah.
Tell me what you're saying. The Beretta?
The Beretta 92FS, the 92F was before the FS.
Okay? Right.
And basically what they found out is what they did is in the rear, the rear left of the slide, they put a recessed rail, okay, where they got the oversized hammer pin, and it would the outer part of the hammer pin would recess into the back of the rail and keep it straight, so that it wouldn't, so if anything happened, it would stay straight all the time instead of letting gravity take effect and having it. I guess because it was wiggling too much, and that's why it would break. So that fixed it, and you've got that on all the M9s, and you've got that on the 92FSs, because the M9 and the 92FS are just I don't care what anybody says, they're the same darn gun. The only difference is one has a safety manual on the side, not on the slide, but on the right side of the frame. The other does not.
I started to buy a Beretta 92F one time, and I felt like the length of pull, that's the first time I ever thought about the length of pull on a pistol. It was really strange. Have you ever noticed how long, like if you don't have long fingers, that it's like, you know what I mean? Like if you have shorter fingers, you can just barely get your
hand. Yes, I know.
So I didn't buy it. I thought they're nice pistols, but I didn't pick it up because
I got a 92S instead of a 92FS or an M9, just because of the factor that even used, they're still like $400 or $500, and well, PSA had 92S's on sale for $269. So yeah. The only difference between that and the 92FS, F, and M9 is the 92S doesn't have the firing pin block, and it doesn't have the American style mag release. It's got the European heel, but that's it.
Who's R key and A?
That's Rolling Trip, and the other one is AWAG, but AWAG is being quiet.
Yes, because
they're both being very quiet.
Oh, AWAG, PSA's website is getting updated on Wednesday morning at 2 a.m. So
cool.
You need to buy anything, buy before Wednesday and 2 a.m.
Do you have a deal? Do you have a deal with PSA? Do they sponsor your show?
No, they don't. But the thing is, I have a cousin that works for them, so I have to kind of promote it.
They should pay you, because I swear, if somebody asked me what channel talks about PSA the most, I would say it's not Strike. They should pay. They should sponsor your. Well,
I wish, but nope. I'm just an avid fan, I guess.
And they're a South Carolina company, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So I'm supporting local business.
No, I like them too. I was just curious. I've always been curious about that.
I mean, almost every AR-15 I own, I've gotten PSA uppers and thrown them on my AR-15s. Some of those ARs have I got one carbon fiber lower. I've got 2 Anderson lowers, but the uppers are always PSA. So
yeah, I got that first funky AR I assembled with the wood furniture was mostly PSA stuff. That was before they were engraving. Sorry, go ahead.
You know anywhere where I can get drop-in wood furniture for AR-15s? I
have been looking for a while now, and the only thing you can find is really that laminated stuff that's kind of ugly looking. Ironwood Designs is where I got my first 2 sets, and for some reason they quit making the AR sets. They just do AKs and FALs and stuff like that now. But that's really the nicest. The wood furniture comes from, if you look at Ironwoods, and I'm not sponsored by them, so it's not like I'm pushing them, but they're a really nice company.
You guys can check out Boyd's gun stocks. They have AR furniture. It's wood.
Are those the laminated ones, though? Boyd's?
I think they are. Here, let me look them up real quick. Yeah, they look like they're the laminated kind, but you can get them in a bunch of different colors and different styles and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why I like the solid wood better, especially on an AK. I don't like the laminated look on the AK.
I went for the com block look on the AK.
Well, I think they do. I think for the reason why not many people make solid wood AR furniture is because it's too fragile. If you have one block of wood that's milled to the shape of like a AR A2 style buttstock, it can get very flimsy up at the top because you have that.
I've had 2. I assembled 2 of them, and the wood that they use is a very, very stable wood. It's some exotic, and that may be why they don't make them anymore. Ironwood Design. If you go look at there's actually a picture still up there, but it's very stable. I had no trouble. We shot the heck out of them, and no problems with stability at all. From them, I don't know who else you might be talking about, but yeah, you couldn't just use some, you couldn't use pine or, you would have to use almost probably I've always wanted to use like tiger wood or something like that. That would be really pretty and stable also. But I was talking to a company that I buy a lot of wood decking from, Advantage Lumber. I've been trying to get them to go into doing that because they have all this Ipe and Kumaru, all these exotic hardwoods that are really stable. And that they would make really nice stocks, but they would be heavy. That's the only thing. That stable wood is more dense and heavier than the plastic, obviously.
Yep.
Teak wood.
So what kind of camera do you have? Do you know?
Oh, you need to borrow it?
No, I'm asking because I'm looking at trying to find a decent camcorder that'll record up to at least 4 hours.
That Canon. What was that Canon everybody was buying?
I think it's the Vixia HF.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one I have. The Vixia. I don't know what the model is, but it's that one, and it has it has onboard memory and the SD card slot, so you can get a bunch of. Oh, I was using it when we were going to Eric shoots, and you can record all day with that thing. Our batteries would run down before we ran out of space.
Because I'm looking at getting a camera. I mean, I want a decent one. I don't want one that's gonna be it's gonna break like after I use it once. So I'm looking at Canon. I'm looking at Panasonic. I'm looking at Sony. I mean, yes, I am also looking at ones that will allow me to add lenses on. Trip, you back? Did you figure it out? Say something, Trip. Okay,
I think,
Trip. Click the three dots at the bottom. Go to Settings. Select Devices and select your camera, your microphone, and your audio output. Make sure you turn your camera off when you jump in. But the reason why I want a camera is I like to be able to go to more events, 2A, and even some like reenactments and stuff, where I can actually go and record the whole thing without having to switch out cell phones, because I'm using cell phones to record.
Yeah, the thing about the cell phones is they don't have a very good zoom. When we go to the range, I like to have a camera you can zoom in on the target. That kind of thing.
Yeah, and the problem with GoPros is they only have a maximum of 2-hour recording times.
The best camcorder ever made was that little. It was a Panasonic, and you could actually use it for live streaming. I don't know if you've ever seen that model. I'll have to go see what model it is. But it actually had a mode once you connected it to your computer that you could use it. So you could go to the range and take your laptop, plug it in, and either live stream or just record straight, to your laptop. That was pretty cool. But
the only requirements I'm looking is it just has to record 1080p. I'm not looking at 4K because I can't afford a 4K camera, okay? But a 1080p camera I can afford. So if it can do 1080p decently for like 4 hours, then I'm happy. The
normal YouTuber can't really manage 4K video. It's just the file sizes are too large, takes up too much space. Just like I say, I have like 8 backup since I started YouTube 14 years ago. Well, I need to do a video on this. I have all my old backup hard drives, right? The portable ones, and they started out like my first one was like 250 megabytes, and now they're like into the terabytes. But the file sizes are just crazy on the 4K video. So yeah, I don't even record on my phone 4K. Yeah.
I don't have a 4K monitor on my computer, but if I upgraded my monitor to a 4K monitor, I could essentially go and edit 4K video on my desktop. I have enough file storage space because I've got like 10 terabytes of storage in my desktop. So that's no problem, because a standard 4K video is going to be between 2 and 4 gigabytes easily.
Yeah, upper more than 2. I mean, if you film a 15-minute 1080, 1280 by 720, it'll be 2 gigabytes at 15 minutes. So if you go 4K, you're looking twice that.
You're looking in the gigabytes depending on how long it is.
Yeah.
So I'm not concerned about that. I'm not even concerned about the storage space because I've got tons of hard drives. I can use as backups and whatnot to store videos and whatnot. What I need is the actual camera to do it, because I need the camera to have an external mic port so I can hook an external shotgun mic to it, and it needs to be able to be mounted on a tripod. That's all of my specifications that I need out of a camcorder, and almost every camcorder has a mounting plate on them. So that one's already done, but not every camcorder has an external mic port.
The reason I bought the Canon was because at the time it was the best price for the features that it had. Like it had all the features you would see on a more expensive camera. It had the hot mic, it had the microphone mount thingy, and you could just rig it up to look like a professional looking. It had one of the coolest things it has is the theater mode, and it kind of makes it it has all those light settings and the f-stop settings and all that set to where like if you were filming a movie, it would look like a movie, instead of a video. So,
do you have it anywhere near you?
Let's see.
Or do you have it packed away?
Yeah, we haven't been in this house very long. I've got it in a box in my camera bag out in the shop, I think. Because really, I don't use it that much anymore. I'll sell it to you if you want me to. Cheap.
Depending on what brand, what model it is, just look at it.
It was it was a $900 camera when I bought it, so that tells you how many years ago was that? 3 or 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. So, do me a favor and check to see what model it is, because depending on the model, I might actually buy it from you. So I am looking at a camera.
So Ghost Shadow's talking about, the external hard drives are cheap now, but back when I was buying them, when I first started YouTube 14 years ago, they were freaking expensive. And I paid like $250 at least, or $300 for one of mine. This was, I'm going to do a video. You'll see these things are huge. These things are like bricks. They're like, one of them is probably weighs 5 pounds. Okay. This was 14 years ago. And they're probably only 500 megabyte. I don't think they got anywhere near a terabyte. So
yeah, I believe.
No, I'm not even a gigabyte. What am I thinking? Why am I saying terabyte? I don't think they even approached a gig. So.
Remember in the late 90s, I was messing with 46s that I've got. In the late 90s, I think that the biggest hard drive I had was an 8 gigabyte and a 20 gigabyte hard drive. You remember those?
Well, you're talking to an old man. The first computer I had didn't even have a hard drive. It was a compact luggable that had two 5 1/4 floppy slots in it. If you look them up, it was just two 5 1/4 floppies. You had to load the software, which was like WordPerfect or Lotus spreadsheet or something. And then in the other slot, you would save your work on another disk. So you had to load the software into memory and then. But I remember an upgrade to that was the next one I bought was the same thing, except it had 20 megabyte hard drive in it, and it had a 3.5 inch, the 3.5 inch floppy.
Before we got a computer, we had a word processor. And you remember those old word processors that had monitors built into them?
Oh yeah, that's basically what the compact luggables were. If you think about it, when they didn't have hard drives, all these IBM engineers carried them around with them.
Yeah, I missed that thing, but we got rid of that word processor, and apparently we got a Packard Bell 286 out of after that, because the word processor just wasn't able to do everything the 286 was. So.
No, I remember, what was that thing we used to set the phone on to get internet?
It was called a modem.
Yeah, I remember the first time I put an internal modem into a desktop computer. I thought I was, Doctor Who or somebody.
You thought you were hot shit, right?
Yeah, I thought I was
okay,
like.
You can say that. It's okay to say that. I thought I was super cool because I didn't go for the internal modem. I got the serial port modem to use on my computer back in those days. So I had the external one where if I needed to take it with me, I could. Not that I had a computer that was portable at that time, but hey, it was on sale at the Best Buy. Why not? Actually, no, I don't think I got it from Best Buy. I think I got it from like Comp USA. Yeah, no, I got it at Comp USA.
I remember in this first old house, my first old house I bought was not 1987, right? It was a $32,000, I think, was the first, how much I paid for my first house. I actually ran new phone wires in it, new heavier, I forgot what gauge they used to run. They used to run these really wimpy gauge phone wires in your house. And I remember going through that house, putting in new, heavier copper gauge phone wire so I thought I was going to get faster internet. when your internet came through on your phone line.
I think phone wire is like 24 gauge.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 26 maybe. But this had some really thin. It was.
Well,
is it?
I know. Before they used 24, they used 22 gauge. So it might be 22. I don't know. It's just my dealing with phone boxes, and when I say phone boxes, I mean like business public branch exchanges. Because they're for a while when I started my computer business, I did have to support some old public branch exchanges, which basically you would buy this computer that handles all of your phones in your office, and you hook all your phone lines up to this computer, up to like a router basically for phones. And then you connect that router to the computer, and then that computer is connected to the phone, to the wall, and it's got like several different phone line connections to the wall.
Oh, I remember.
And I had to troubleshoot those for a little while before I got into just doing straight up just normal computer stuff. And I tell you what, those old public branch exchanges, those old PBXs are a pain in the ass. Once everything started to go to VoIP, I studied my ass off to figure out to be able to set up all that VoIP stuff. And I only deal with VoIP. I don't troubleshoot those old PBXs because, oh my God, we're in the digital age, guys. Get over the landline stuff. Just use an internet connection because it's better to have one connection than 24.
I didn't think landlines even existed anymore.
They still exist. They still exist, but from now, a lot of phone companies have switched from using copper lines to fiber optic lines to connect to your house to give you a phone line,
right?
A landline. One, so your landline is via fiber optic connection now instead of the standard copper. Some areas still do copper; they still do it, but everyone's getting away from it because fiber optic cable is just plastic and glass.
Okay? Remember the little punch down tools you had to have to do the when we used to do the jacks in the wall.
I still have all those tools to make custom network cables because when I wire houses for people, all I do is I just buy like 1,000 feet of network cable, and I use however much I need to for their house, and then the rest I just use and I get the ends to make network cables for myself.
Yeah, I remember when we went from Cat 5 to Cat 5e or whatever. That was a big deal in the construction business. People would walk around.
The custom cable. I make custom cables for them. And here's what you're not supposed to do. This you're supposed to use the Cat 6 connectors, but I'd rather just get Category 6 cable and just use the old Cat 5e connectors on the Category 6. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to use the Category 6 connectors on the Category 6 cable, but it's easier. It's easier to use the other.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. I know people give me crap for that, but hey, you know what? If it's easier, if it saves me like 5 minutes per cable, I'm going to save that 5 minutes, man.
Budget's giving you a hard time. He's saying blah, blah, blah shall not be infringed.
Yeah, you know, blah, 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 right of the people, blah, blah, blah. I'll see you on the next one.
It's fun, to talk about different stuff every now and then.
Blah, 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 moron of the week. I'm making a joke at his. Ghost Shadow says in Alaska, internet in many areas will not support VoIP. Yeah, because it's slow in some areas of Alaska. Because you can't. Unfortunately, it's harder to do fiber optic in extreme temperatures, and some parts of Alaska are very extreme as far as temperature.
Do you know where the first full-fledged fiber optic network actually was? In the United States.
Are you going to tell me it was in Tennessee and Chattanooga?
Gig City, baby. That's how we got our name, Gig City. You know, Bob Corker, who used to be our mayor, who became a senator, he helped bring in the initial infrastructure. Oh, this was like, what, 10 or 12 years ago? But now everybody has it, so we can't brag anymore.
Yeah. Okay, but budget's just dropping by for drive-by harassment. All right. All right, as long as we got that settled. I'm just kind of hanging out here anyway, so it's fine.
It's kind of like a Friday night.
Well, it's not even like a Friday night. It's just like I'm looking on suggestions for cameras and whatnot, and I just figured there are some people that also do videos that watch and comment on my videos, and they might have a camcorder or a better camera that I could look at and possibly, consider, for my camera purchases.
The problem is once the iPhones, the phones started having better quality than your camera, I kind of ditched some of those cameras that I have. I've got like 4 or 5 different cameras we used to use, and when I started getting my iPhones, I noticed that the quality was better. They didn't have all the same features. Obviously, I didn't have the 24x zoom, which I missed. But so I don't know. Well, I don't even use a camera anymore. I mean, we film everything pretty much with the iPhone now. I mean, you can even do 240. What?
Right. Walter Davis is out there. So, well, what I'm looking at doing is I'm looking at possibly either live streaming directly to GunTube and also recording it. So in case the live stream doesn't, work on GunTube or YouTube, I can just do it straight with the battery with the recorder backup. So I'm looking at doing 2 different ways, and the way to do that is to basically use the camcorder as a webcam, technically.
And see, that's what I was talking about earlier. For some reason, a lot of camera manufacturers don't actually provide that feature, and which is kind of crazy. You would think it would be more popular, but try to find a camcorder right now with that feature on it. It's kind of difficult. Well, maybe in the last few years. I haven't really looked in the last few years, but
well, what I can do is, it's like if I get the camera I'm looking at, I can just get a cheap HDMI adapter because the camera has HDMI, and what I'll do is I'll just get the HDMI to USB 3 adapter and just plug it into the laptop, and then I can use it as a what you call it?
Oh, you just use OBS. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Use OBS. I'm going to record it and live stream it at the same time. I'm going to go completely bonkers with it. But hey, why not?
I think that's a good idea. If you want, because I used to do like my SketchUp videos, I used to do them. I used to live stream those to YouTube, and then because I was lazy, didn't want to edit them because some of them are like an hour long. Well, now I'm just recording them with OBS now and just editing them and uploading them.
So that's what I'm looking at. So if it works, great. If it doesn't work, well, I got multiple phones of which I can just load on tripods and just I'll do the other method that I tried doing last year where I was using basically the wireless camera app. There's this wireless camera app that you can use your cell phone as a wireless webcam, and it records audio. And I was using that at GRPC and Gun Rights Policy Conference last year. So I'll try that.
Trying to figure out what model mine was. Yeah. I think it's the G20.
If you find out what model it is, let me know.
Yeah, it won't take me but a few minutes to find it out there. Hold on, I don't think it's in this box. Hold on.
Whatever. Whoa. I use cell phones to Black Cat. I use cell phones to record a lot of my videos too. But the problem I end up having with cell phones is they tend to overheat when you record for long periods of time.
What overheats?
I use cell phones to record a lot of video currently, but the problem with cell phones is it, over time, if you're recording for longer than about 5 to 10 minutes or something, or if you're recording longer than an hour, they overheat.
Hadn't experienced that, but I did find this camera. Trying to wipe the dust off of it. It's the G20.
Okay, what does it say? Vixia or is it?
Yeah, it's a Vixia HF G20. Made in Japanese.
Made in Japanese.
Take a picture of it.
Ooh. What's the recording times on this? Oh yeah, that's something I could actually use. That right there.
Yeah, it's basically $1,000 camera when I first got it.
Yeah. I'm looking at the recording times. That is definitely something I could use.
Yeah, if you it's got onboard memory. That's one reason I bought it. So you don't have to have an SD card, but it also has 2 SD slots. So you're talking more than you want to record in a day. It's 1280 by 720. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll have to talk off air about purchasing, because that's the kind of camera I'm seriously looking for, man. Because I seriously need something like that.
We'll work it out because I don't use it anymore, and I don't have the desire honestly, once the I'll just be honest with you, once the views on my channel started going down because I don't know, people just got tired of it. Then I stopped putting so much time into it, and that's when I moved to the iPhone, just because I have it with me all the time anyway. And so, I used to have all these tripods and all these cameras, and I had like 4 or 5 cameras and 4 or 5 camera gear after wazoo, and it was just.
I'm gonna have to buy another tripod anyway. So,
the best type of tripod is the one that has the pistol grip on it. No, I'm serious.
Oh, I know you're serious. I've got one.
Yeah, those are the handiest ones. And if you get a good one, they don't move around on you.
Well, I've got one of those. Where if you get a camera that it doesn't have a mount for a shotgun mic.
Mm-hmm.
But if the camera has a mount to mount it onto a tripod, that tripod screw, I've got an adapter, a side handle adapter, which allows you to add the shotgun mic onto it, and then you can put the camera on where the tripod screw is, and then you can just hold it and record video that way.
Let's see. I'll try to email this picture to you.
But I am definitely interested because that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Did it send?
It probably did. I just haven't checked my email yet.
No, I was trying to go. You know how sometimes it acts like it's not doing anything.
Yeah, well, it's a Sunday. It's a lazy Sunday, right? So, all right. Black Cat is leaving. Walter Davis will be right back. So, hey, we're just hanging out here on a lazy Sunday. So. Talking about tech, guns, and PSA.
Yeah, this one's got, it's got the microphone attachment thing. It's got a little cover that covers it up. I bought a big old battery for it. It's got a big battery. The only thing is, I have to go find the charging cable for it. It was in this box where I have all this stuff. And maybe it's in a camera bag. Everybody's making all these excuses to leave because we're talking about cameras and tech, high tech stuff. It's okay.
Yeah,
I got to go feed my dog.
You got a dog now?
What do you mean? I always had a dog.
I didn't know you had a dog.
Oh, yeah, we love dogs. Daisy, my beagle. Well, maybe if you were connected with me on Instagram, but you see, nobody cares anymore, so nobody knows I have it. Nobody goes to my Instagram and look at my pretty dog.
I didn't even know you had an Instagram.
Oh, I've had it for, how long has Instagram been out?
You see, that's how much I pay attention,
Well, you put all this stuff in the bottom of your, you have these default uploads, stuff for your videos, and it's just always down there in the footer, and nobody ever reads it,
No. Well, I see that you have an AK knife, bayonet.
Oh yeah, actually, that's one of the things you just reminded me. I need to draw the winners for the giveaway.
Is that a folding AK bayonet?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's from Poland. Yeah. What's funny is I don't remember how somebody that was. This was a long time ago, and probably several years ago, some guy from Poland said, "Hey, I got these folding bayonet knives," and I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, I sell them on eBay." Well, I didn't know they were going to come from Poland, so it took like a month to get them. And so the package came, and my wife just stuck it in the garage somewhere, and I didn't even know it came, so I forgot all about them. When we were moving, we were unpacking some stuff, and here's this package from Poland. I said, "What is this?" And it was those two. I had ordered two of them, and they're really cool. They're like switchblades. I mean, I'm not even sure they're legal. You push the little button, and man, that thing is fast. But they're real bayonets. So,
yeah, though, no, it's real. It's a real thing. Which one do you got? You got the other one. That one.
which one? You looking at the camera models?
No, I'm looking at the bayonets.
Oh,
You got me on AK bayonet looking now. Shame on you.
what are they called? It's called.
It's called Squirrel. Getting distracted. That's what it's called.
Let me look and see. That's funny. I think I found one of my pictures. No, that's somebody else's. A folding bayonet. Yeah, really. The truth about guns. Oh, it's a truth about guns article. It's funny.
Oh, God.
How much are they now? I'm trying to find one for sale. Shopping. I don't remember them being that expensive. Maybe like $30 or something. The postage was more than the knives. It's called CRS.
It's coming from Bulgaria.
Huh? I still got the package. It says it. Well, okay. Maybe it went through Poland. Maybe the guy I bought them from was in Poland. I just remember thinking, why do I have this package from Poland in my garage?
Okay, I found it in Poland. $6 economy shipping, apparently.
No, I promise you, I paid more than that. What are you looking on eBay, or where are you looking?
Yeah, I'm looking at eBay. I'm looking at the same one you've got right there in your picture. Here. Let's see.
How could you ship something from there to the United States for $6? I can't even ship something. You know how much it costs me to ship all these little leather kits out in the United States? $100. Are you going to screen share it, or do I need to go look it up?
I'm screen sharing it right now.
Oh, on YouTube? All I see is our little.
You don't see it?
No, gray screen.
Huh. It's working on my end. Let me
That's weird. Does
set it up again. Hold on. From tab. Here we go. How about now?
no?
It's weird. It's working for me.
Let me just go to eBay. So how much was the actual knife?
It's $11 and $6 shipping.
Oh my goodness. I got ripped off. Of course, this was several years ago. This was when we lived in the other house. Let's see. eBay.
I mean, people out there on the YouTube side says they see it, so.
Now I see it. Yeah. $11. Oh my gosh. Really? I don't remember it being that cheap. But I would say you'd probably want to put your address in and confirm the shipping before you order it from Russia, because I also ordered the shotgun roll crimpers, the 12 gauge roll crimpers.
Yeah.
From a guy in Russia, and it took like a month to get them. Let's see if they still have those. Yeah, this one guy's calling them vintage shotgun roll crimper. They still make them, or they did.
Yeah.
Oh, things change so quickly.
They do, don't they? All right. Let's see if this screen sharing works now. Is anybody ever able to see that? Is it showing up now?
No, of course I'm seeing it. I'm not seeing it with, I'm seeing it without the lag, but because when I flip back and forth from the server side
it's not working. I'm gonna have to update the server, so
yeah,
I'll do that later.
Reboot
All
it.
right. Anyways, guys, we're gonna call it for this afternoon. We're gonna go do something else. I might go use the can, take care of some things, maybe mow the lawn when the heat dies down a little bit because it's 90 freaking degrees outside. It's hot.
Yeah, it is pretty hot.
And you've been down here, AWAG. You know how bad the humidity can get.
Oh my gosh, it's killer.
Yeah. No. Not everyone can have that nice, cool New Jersey weather year round.
It's like 86 degrees here.
Oh, that wonderful New Jersey weather.
Oh, that's funny. It's 86 here in Chattanooga too. But we have rainy.
Right here, so.
We have 86% humidity also.
All right, guys, we're gonna kill this one. We're gonna hang out, or we're gonna hang out a little bit off air. But if you want to jump in, just check the links in the side chat. In the chat up there on the YouTube side, if you want to jump in after we go off air. But we'll see you guys Monday with Travis P11 on Caliber Corner, and I might jump into Matt's on Monday, and then we'll be here for hit or miss Tuesday nights 9:00 Eastern. So with that, we will see you guys later. So take it easy, and enjoy your Memorial Day. So with that, shall not be infringed.
Bye.